the Ted Cruz filibuster in the Senate just ended. I think it went around 21 hours, but since it just ended, I don't have the exact number on me at this moment. Now, interestingly, he was filibustering a Republican-passed bill in the House that was going to defund Obamacare. So he's a Republican, filibustering a Republican-led bill. Nothing will come of this. Obamacare obviously is going through. This is the president's signature thing in his entire, his legacy will basically be based in this, so nothing is going to happen with it. But let's watch a little bit of Ted. This is 21 hours of talking. This was about, I think, 10 hours in.
He also, I will credit my father, he invented, this wasn't for the restaurant, but he did it anyway, he invented green eggs and ham. He did it two ways. One, the easy way is he'd put green food coloring in eggs, chop up ham in it, and as a kid, Green Eggs and Ham was my favorite book when I was a little boy. And so he would make me green eggs and ham. You can actually do it, the food coloring is a little bit cheating, but if you actually take something like spinach and mix it into the eggs turn green.
Okay, before I directly address that, I did do a little research on this. Obviously, Green Eggs and Ham was written by Dr. Seuss, and according to my research, he's not even a doctor. So I don't know who he's quoting when he's really doing this about Obamacare. That was a terrible joke. It was just really terrible. Okay, so there were 21 hours of this. That was in a way, that ended up being like the least of the crazy things that were going on. He started making all these Star Wars comparisons that I liked, actually. What is the purpose of this? You know, at least when Rand Paul did the anti-drone thing, everyone seemed to back him, and there was this idea that you can't have a drone showing up and blowing you up when you walk out at 7-Eleven or something. But this became more of a mockery. Is this just purely like him going for 2016, like, I need to boost my profile, I'm going to talk for 21 straight hours?
I think he did it for the bragging rights. Hashtag filibuster master.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if he was reading, 50 Shades of Grey, I might have tuned in, but since he didn't, I feel like just watching the little clips that I did, it was like I'm listening to his therapy session out loud. So maybe that's why he did it. I mean, you hear yourself talk for that long. It's like he's like discovering things. He's like, that was kind of cheating with the green thing, maybe with the spin. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I absolutely think he did it to say that he did it.
Yeah.
Because there really was no reason to do it.
So before we get too glib about it, if he really believes that somehow giving universal health care is going to destroy the country, because so many countries in the past have been destroyed by health care, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that's like, everyone knows that, obviously.
Oh, yes.
If he really believes it, then he did do the right thing, and we should try to give him a pass. What do you think?
I mean, first of all, I would like to go back and say, yes, I think he did it for that bragging rights. I think that there's some, like, it's like some southern barbecue house where they have, like, can you eat this 25-pound burger? And they put your picture up on the wall.
Right.
Like, there's, like, Wendy Davis and him, there's, like, all pictures of politicians who have successfully done it in how many hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the frustrating part here is that on Capitol Hill, you don't have, it's incredibly liberal on what the technical terms are of what you can talk about. Wendy Davis got ousted at the 11th hour for slightly getting off topic. He's here talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, answering questions about, horsehair combs or whatever the hell. And it's to me, it's creating a mockery out of the overall thing that he's standing for, Yeah. It doesn't have, it's not impressive point to me that he can stand for 21 hours and talk.
Yeah, also, I'm not sure if people quite understand this point, which I've been tweeting a lot about, that, the Senate and Congress, they have special health care that no one else has access to already. So this is a man who has specialized health care, filibustering and trying to stop the rest of regular people of getting universal health care. So the irony somehow...
The irony, I mean, also the fact that he's standing there and he's talking about how he's representing the general public, and that's his goal, to be the people's voice. His issues that he stands on completely go against the popular opinion on gun control, on a couple of different things.
Well, there is that Texas thing. So it's like he's representing Texas,
he's representing, and those are the only people in the country. I forgot. I don't know. I just think that he's just completely backwards and everything. But
Isn't that what politics is about, though? I feel like this is kind of a mirror to the Obama speech. It's like he genuinely is against it, and he thinks that it's going to fail and that it's going to be, the demise of the country. So he wants to be able to say, for the record, people, do you remember that I went on a filibuster? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like Obama being like, hey, man, I put my hand out to shake it. You didn't show up.
Does that, okay, so I've been thinking about this a lot. Does that make you guys think that, you know, I talk about this stuff every week, and that's what all these news networks are doing, but that really it's just this big charade.
Oh,
it's this
it's a
big,
charade,
you know,
for sure.
house of cards. If you watch the show, you know, it's all this backwards, back deal stuff where everyone's just covering their ass constantly, right?
Oh yeah, in a country where he can legitimately read Green Eggs and Ham, the whole book,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody's okay with it apparently. It's just like, I mean, other countries with universal health care are just looking at us laughing like, what is this? You know? And rightfully so, apparently.
Yeah, one thing I was sort of fascinated with this is that the media coverage of this was a little bizarre because Fox, obviously who likes Ted Cruz, they were showing a lot of it. CNN at one point had him in the little box with no sound, you know, while they show something else. And MSNBC was actually showing video of why it's ridiculous what he's doing, which I guess is all standard stuff.